Yes, my name is Augustine, but you can call me Danka. So, some days ago, I started reading a book. Yeah, the title of the book is Maximize Destiny by a man called David Oyedepo. Maximize Destiny by a man called David Oyedepo. So, in this live stream, I just want to share some of the things I learned that I believe you also learn from. Yeah. So, let me read something on the cover page at the back. So he said, predestination is an act of God, but the actualization of it is the responsibility of man. That means God has set out things, He has a purpose for you. But then, for you to actualize it, you have to take a responsibility. You have to acknowledge that God has a purpose for you. You have to take action, take decisions towards the, 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 that destiny that you know that God has for you. He said, God paid a great price to make something unique. Sorry for that interruption. Yeah, so God paid a great price to make something uniquely outstanding out of your life. As the salt of the earth, you are by destiny designed to give taste to the earth and preserve the world system from decadence. In this masterpiece, you will discover that the prophetic agenda for the end time guarantees that you make a mark in your field of endeavor. We live in a dreamer's world, and only those with dreams will ever make a mark. It is your covenant birthright to leave footprints in the sands of time. This book unfolds the vital keys that will help you maximize your glorious destiny. So, basically, this book is for believers, yeah, for a Christian. This book is for you. You should read this book, Maximize Destiny by David Oyedepo. So some of the things I read the first chapter yesterday, and in that chapter he talked about how that attitude is fundamental. Attitude is fundamental. And before that, in the introduction, he said that the Christian has been destined to be light to his generation. Yes, I've been destined to be light and salt. But even though we have been destined to be that, we need to take responsibility. And in the subsequent chapters, those are the things he will share. So when I read the first chapter and he was talking about, the title was Attitude is Fundamental. Attitude is Fundamental. And he listed 12 fundamental attitudes that guarantee an impactful living to him. Yes. So some of the things that he shared, some of the attitudes that he shared, yeah, some people have joined. Welcome to this live session. So I'm just sharing something I learned from a book I read recently. So titled Maximize Destiny by David Oyedepo. So he mentions 12 fundamental attitudes that guarantee impactful living. So number one, he didn't. I'm not sure he actually. I'm not sure that he listed them in order. So I'll just mention them. Number one, he said, be decisive. So in this point, he said that the reason why many people are frustrated, the reason why many people are stagnated, the reason why many people are not achieving the goals that they are supposed to achieve in life is because of indecision. Yes, they have not taken decisions about what they want to do. They have not set goals about what they want to do, what they want to achieve in life. Yes, they are just living life to chance. They don't take decisions. So he said that one of the attitudes that anyone who wants to be impactful, must have is that he or she must be a person of what? Person of decision. And number two, he said, be strong. He's talked about, he said, um, anyone who wants to make impact upon the face of the earth must be bold. He must confront the status quo because in every society, there are always limits that the environment has set for us, that the environment has set certain things, certain limits for us. For instance, as a young person, you'll be going and where you are, um, in your 20s. People say, oh, you cannot be rich at your 20s. You cannot be rich in your 20s. And that is a status quo. That's what you are hearing. You may not even have consciously heard it, but maybe you may not have consciously sat down to, yes, Sudanese. Hi. Hello. Hello, Sudanese. W3B. Yes, you are welcome. You're welcome. Please kindly tell me where you are watching from. Yeah, so actually, I don't understand the language that you just put there. I don't know if you can help me. So, um, he said that, I was talking about status quo, that in our environments, in our societies, you there are certain mentalities that have been etched in the environment. Yes, for instance, you can be in a particular place where they say that young people don't, make it in life. Young people do not become great. Young people cannot do anything for themselves. That's very untrue. That's very untrue. I don't believe that. I don't believe that thing. That, oh, young people cannot make cannot become great. That's very untrue. Very untrue. But that is what. Sorry, I had to do resetting of my background. So, as I was saying, that's very untrue. We need to come to a point where we live beyond. We change our mindsets. Yes, we change our mindsets. Most of every successful person we see today upon the face of this earth is someone who, at one time or the other, changed his mindset, the way he began to think about things, think about his environment, think about himself, think about his abilities, think about what he can do. And because of that kind of thinking, they were thinking differently from every other person, and that is what has made them distinct. So next, the third point he mentioned was, be disciplined. He said, he quoted George Washington, where George Washington said that discipline is the soul of an army. It makes small numbers formidable, and it procures strength to the weak and esteem to all. I think in my Bible it tells me, in the good book, for those of you who are Christians, it says that he that can control his spirit is better than he that can take a city. Yes, that's to paint the picture of discipline. Yes, paint the picture of discipline. Yes, there's no great or successful person upon the face of the earth we see who is not disciplined. Yes, discipline is very, very, very important. And number four, he said, be determined. Be determined. Determination is very important. There are people on your journey to success and your journey to impact, to live in a life of impact. Those people will begin to mock you, tell you that you cannot do it because of the way they are thinking. But that is something that is very wrong. If you are not determined, your courage will be weakened, and because of that you may not be able to go far in life. You need to be determined as an individual who wants to make impact, whether you are a doctor, whether you are a student, whether you are a banker, you are an accountant, whatever it is, you are a businessman, you are an entrepreneur, whatever it is that you are doing, you need to be determined. And number, I think, one, two, three, four. Number five, he said, be focused. Yes, focus is what um, distinguishes people upon the face of the earth. Your level of focus will ultimately reflect in the kind of life that you live. Yes, every great person upon the face of the earth is a man of focus. So we need to be focused if indeed we want to make impact in our generation. Mention all the great names: Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, all of these great people. They are men of focus. Number six, he said, be upright. Yes. And at this point, he talked about integrity. How it is very important that if indeed you want to be a person of impact, you have to be a person of integrity. Yes, you have to be a person of integrity. Yes, be a person of integrity. Be faithful in order to be fruitful. Next up, he said, be merciful. Yes, he said that com- compassion is one of the virtues that any man who wants to be impactful must have. Yes, it's an asset in the journey of life. That's what he said. Next, he said, be selective. And at this point, he said that the company you keep either makes you or breaks you. I'll take that again. The company you keep either makes or breaks you. the company you keep either makes or breaks you. It is therefore important that you be selective in the kind of relationships that you keep. For instance, the word relationship consists of two words. Number one is relation, number two is ship. And the word relationship in the Latin comes from the Latin word relatio, yes, which means a connection. So when relationship means that you have a connection with something or someone. So let's look at the word relationship. So relation means a connection with something or someone, whereas the ship is a means of transportation that carries goods and people from one place or another through the sea, right? So it means that the ship has a purpose. So every ship we see that travels from one place to another, carrying goods or people, always has a purpose for traveling. It doesn't just travel for no reason. It travels for a purpose. So it means that every relationship we are in, every connection we have with anybody or anything must have a purpose. A purpose positive enough that is leading impactful people or becoming great people. Yeah, so we need to be selective of the kind of friends that we. Yes. Next up, he said, be sensitive. And here he talked about how that the location for their church, that's Faith Tabernacle in Otta, a place was a forest, but now it has become a city to the glory of God. He spoke of how that when they first went there, he said to himself that this is not a place for a church because it was far away from the city. But then he said, as they held hands to pray in that place, he said that the Holy Spirit told him that this is the place. Yes, that's one of the examples he gave. And one of the points that the next point he mentioned was that be joyful. Yes, be joyful. Be joyful. The Bible, the good book says that a merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit dry the bones. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit dry the bones. Meaning that how your level of happiness determines the quality of your health. Yes, yes. Meaning that if you are someone who, if your heart, you may not even be bitten by a mosquito, but you can end up being sick. You may not even, you may end up in the hospital because a mosquito bit you, or probably because you there are some infections that you have because of things you ate or drank, or it can be because of your the state of your heart. Either you are angry, you are sad for a very long time. It has a very great toll on your 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 mind, your mental health, and your physical body. Yeah, doctors will tell you. Yes, that is why when you go to hospitals, sometimes people recover not because they give them drugs. People go to hospitals and they recover within a very short period of time, not because even without taking the drugs. Why? Because the nurses, the doctors um, understand this. That's why when they are relating with their patients, they are smiling with them, they are playing with them, they are smiling with them, making them laugh because they want to alter their heart. Yes, because when your heart is altered, your life automatically reflects the state of your heart. Yes, so that's what doctors do. The next point he mentioned was meekness. Meekness. This can mean humility. Yes, being humble. Being humble. He gave the example of the man Moses in the Bible, where God said that he was very meek above all the men that were upon the face of the earth. Yes. So when you are meek, it defines actual greatness. And the last point he mentioned was be grateful. Be grateful. And this involves acknowledging God as you move. Yes, this involves acknowledging God as you move towards the fulfillment of your vision. For instance, there must be something or someone ruling the universe. Because come to think of it, there are sometimes I sit down and I look at the sky, I look at the human body, certain things. Recently, one of my brothers posted something on Facebook showing a particular system of the body and the lip, how the organs inside the human being. And I said, wow, this is great. Meaning that God is a wonderful wonder. Yes, there's a song sung by uh, the great minister of God in song. It's his name, Pastor Nathaniel Bassi. Yes, he sang the song. He said, "Everywhere I go, I see you right there. In the beauty of nature, you shine all around. For you are everything, everything is you. Precious Jesus, a wonderful wonder you are. Oh, 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 oh. You're amazing, dear Lord. So in that song, basically, what he was saying was that everywhere he goes, he sees God right there in the beauty of nature. Think of it. There's someone ruling the universe. Yes, where did the world come from? The world is ruled by God. God is real. God is real. So that is what I just wanted to share with you guys, my friends, my family. Thank you so much for joining this. For those of you who joined the live stream, please, I have other channels that I've created. The Talkative is one of my channels. The second one, Breakdown with the Talkative. I have Curiosity TV, a whole lot of channels. Yes, please do well to like and subscribe to my channels, and please do well to share the content on this live streams with your friends and family. That will learn from that. They will learn from it. Please, Sudanese, a Sudanese guy. I don't know. Sudanese. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. See you another time. Bye.